Hey, welcome back to A-Aron Reacts, and we're back for a jazz standard from Angelina Jordan, Autumn Leaves. This is something that every jazz musician is required to learn, and of course it is a classic, and it's been performed countless times. Now it originates all the way back from 1945 from Hungarian-French composer Joseph Kosma, and it was originally sung in French with Les Feuilles Mortes. I'm sure I'm botching the pronunciation of that terribly. Okay, so the most well-known version of this is from Nat King Cole. We also have Frank Sinatra. There's Edith Piaf in French again. We also have folks like Eva Cassidy, and then, there's a lot of instrumental versions. There's Cannonball Adderley with Miles Davis that you should definitely check out. It's really good stuff. Bill Evans, and a number of other versions. So that said, let's jump right in. Certainly looking forward to it. My understanding is she's 10 singing this classic. So let's dive right in. So cool with the lead. What does that say? Oh, I want to see what that says. Oh, it says Autumn Leaves. Okay, it says Autumn Leaves. Very cool. Very cool. And so far, by the way, it's most like Nat King Cole, I think, with the strings. There's not the intro. Sounds almost like an accordion, though. So cool.
The fallen leaves drift by the window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days go long, and soon I'll hear oh, bitter song, but I miss you most of all.
Interesting. So she kind of slurs that chromatically down.
The days go long, and soon I'll hear oh, bitter song. Oh, bitter song.
Yeah, so she kind of almost takes it chromatically down where the actual song just steps down. So she adds in a little bit of that's interesting.
Oh, bitter song, but I
Beautiful slide. She still hit the note.
My darling,
what amazing scenery too.
when autumn leaves start to fall.
I gotta say, I mean, this is such a classic song, and a lot of people associate this with memory of lost ones, and that is kind of the thought behind this song. But I don't think I've ever heard it sung so innocently. My gosh, she sounds just like any of the greatest of all time. I mean, right? Like Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra. I mean, Angelina Jordan's right up there at the freaking age of 10. Oh, it's just absurd. I mean, I could just picture, playing this, if hypothetically I were good enough to, on one of the biggest stages, and, she comes up there and just does it justice. gosh. I mean, she's got such minor embellishments. It definitely feels most like Nat King Cole. I mean, it feels quite similar to the way that he sings it, interprets it. But her bending and shifting of time. I've talked about this several times with her, going back all the way to the age of 7, I think, in the studio, or maybe even 6, where she had the ability to understand that she doesn't have to be exactly on time. And in fact, that's what often makes things jazzy, is to have that, that delay, that behind the beat, right? And then you had in syncopation and so forth. But here, she is just flowing freely, and we hear that with Nat King Cole's version as well. So I feel like that's the biggest inspiration for her. But this is just beautiful. And I love the scenery. I mean, such a cool, perfect day to film this, right? Autumn, the colors, the sun, her smile, the participation, the squirrel. I mean, well done. I'm guessing this is Mary, Grandma Mary. Just, this is stunning. Every aspect of this is stunning.
My darling, when autumn leaves start to fall.
Same chord structure and progression that is typical with this, although there's a million different ways to do it, but it's one of the most recognized chord progressions in jazz. So cool. I love the piano. That is so cool. The black goose. Black and red. Really cool. I love the humming.
Since you went away, the days go long, and soon I'll hear written song. But I miss you most of all.
That vibrato.
When autumn leaves start to fall.
Oh my gosh, the birds flying. I mean, this should win a film award. Like, seriously. And of course, her beautiful, beautiful singing. I mean, just gorgeous, stunning. She absolutely did it justice. Look, there's nothing fancy about the arrangement or the chord progression here. It's following the standard, which is often the case with her. She typically will do that and lets her singing do the justice. But that is the case here. It might even be in the same key as Nat King Cole, but it definitely feels most like that version. If you're not super familiar with this song, I really encourage you to not only check out his version, but also check out Frank Sinatra's version, which is very good, and maybe the original as well in French. But just a classic, and oh man, she's right there in my heart, and will always remember this version of Autumn Leaves. I mean, really, just fantastic. I'd love to hear her do it today. I'm really curious if she's done it recently. I don't think I quite looked. This came as a request from my membership site, which, by the way, for you members, thank you very much for your continued support. I'm back to following your recommendations. I took a little bit of a hiatus there to focus on mostly Christmas stuff. But I am following your recommendations here, and this was next in the queue. That's why we did it. On that note, do consider joining us over at a-aronreacts.com/angels. Thank you much. Go ahead and like and share. Comment on this video. Let's help the YouTube algorithms out. Thank you much, and we will see you in the next one.